Welcome, electronic video guests, to the outer limits of the trading card hobby TTM. Through the mail, we seek to have the famous and the infamous sign the trading cards and photographs we send to them through the mail. Today we have 8 such specimens to examine. 8 trading card autograph request returns to examine. This is going to be exciting. So if you like seeing envelopes being cut open, you've come to the right place. Sit back, relax, take a little break from the NFL, and get ready to enjoy the fun. Presented to you absolutely 100% advertisement free from the worldwide YouTube video airfill. TTM Sunday. And after we do our TTM fun, we'll tell you how you can enter to win this sweet Barry Sanders Pro Set rookie card, the greatest running back in pro football history, with the possible exception of Jim Brown. Barry Sanders rookie card, 1989 Pro Set, one of the sweetest football cards ever produced. Look at that card. Would you like to have that card? Just stay tuned. We'll tell you how you can enter. We just watched the New York Jets tear a new you-know-what on the Packers in Lambeau. Oh, they were booing in Lambeau. They were so sad their Packers got their tails kicked. The Jets had a great game today. Outstanding. Well, if you saw my football picks video, you know I picked the Jets. If you don't believe me, go back and watch that video. The tape don't lie. I picked the Jets. And did you see after the game on the field, Aaron Rodgers chasing after Zach Wilson? Looked like he tried to ask him out for a date. It was embarrassing. Did you see that? All right, well, let's get to the TTMs. That's what we're really here for. We'll leave Aaron Rodgers' love life to some other video. Let's get to TTMs. TTM number one from St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis. I never heard of St. Louis. Have you ever heard of a place called St. Louis, Missouri? I never heard of that place, but somebody lives there that we mailed a card to. Let's see who it is. St. Louis, Missouri. Oh, what a way to start a TTM Sunday. Bernie Federko. We start off with the Hall of Famer. One of the best centers of the 1980s. Played 14 seasons, the first 13 with the St. Louis Blues. First player in National Hockey League history to have at least 50 assists in 10 straight seasons. 19th all-time in points per game in the National Hockey League. He was born in the great Foam Lake, Saskatchewan. 66 years old, signing his 1988-89 Topps card. Hall of Famer, Bernie Federko. Outstanding. Look at this sweet old hockey card. Bernie Federko. Born in Foam Lake, Saskatchewan. Hall of Famer. We like that. Beautiful. Look at that. And I like how he put his little number there under the bottom part of the F loop. Great signature from the Hall of Famer, Bernie Federko. Good way to start. Start with a Hall of Famer. All right, what do we got next? This one is coming to us from Providence, Rhode Island. What do we got? What in the world could possibly come from Providence? Let's see what we got. Oh, another Hockey Hall of Famer. 2 for 2. Look at that. Joe Mullen. Great right wing. Plays 16 seasons with Calgary, St. Louis, and Pittsburgh. He led Calgary to their first ever Stanley Cup championship in 1989. He scored a playoff high 16 goals in that playoff season. And then he was on 2 more Stanley Cup winners with the Penguins. 502 career goals, 60 playoff goals. Number 39 all-time in goals per game. 65-year-old Hall of Famer Joe Mullen, thank you, sir, for signing this sweet 1991-92 Topps card. Look at him there holding the Stanley Cup. Hall of Famer Joe Mullen. That is a great card. Look at that. Joe Mullen. He was a great player. Sweet card. 2 Hockey Hall of Famers to start off a football Sunday. Of course, the hockey season just started. The Red Wings are 2-0. Detroit finally has a winner. All right, what do we got next? I cannot tell where this is coming from. Look at that mess there. I don't know where it's coming from. The that behind all that sent that to us and didn't want us to know where it was coming from. From the that behind all that, what do we got? Oh, we got 2 cards signed by Houston Astros outfielder Norm Miller. Look at that. 76-year-old Norm Miller. He signed this 1969 Topps and this 1971 Topps. He was a bench-warming spare outfielder for 10 years, mostly with the Astros. Lifetime 238 career hitter with 24 homers. His career highlight was probably scoring the winning run for the Astros in a 1-0 24-inning game against the Mets. He is a member of the Southern California Jewish Sports Hall of Fame, proving once again there's a Hall of Fame for just about everything. And he also wrote a book. Do I still have that? Norm Miller, he wrote this book. Let me see if I got it. I don't know. He's an author besides being a spare outfielder. Yes, I do. If you'd like to know what Norm Miller says about playing big league ball, go on to Amazon.com. To all my fans from Norm Who, you can get that book. He's got a hilarious dugout level take on baseball in the 60s and 70s. Norm Miller. Somebody might like that book. I don't know. But we thank Mr. Norm Miller, member of the Southern California Jewish Sports Hall of Fame, for signing these 2 vintage Topps cards. Thank you, Mr. Miller. Really appreciate it. Norm Miller. And we've had 3 for 3 Hall of Famers. What about that? 3 for 3 Hall of Famers. We're going back again to this place I never heard of, St. Louis. For a place I never heard of, we got 2 in one day. St. Louis? Never heard of it. Let's see what we got from St. Louis. Oh, that is sweet. Jim Otis. And look at him. That's how you carry a football, people. You don't want to fumble? Take a look how Jim Otis has got that ball. He's holding that like a baby. And he's got... he ain't going to drop that football. Jim Otis, All-American fullback. on those great old Woody Hayes Ohio State teams of the late 60s. He was drafted by the Saints in 1970. He scuffled around the NFL, not doing too much, until he landed on the St. Louis Cardinals in the mid-70s, and then he had several very good seasons with those great old Don Coryell Cardinal teams. He led the NFC in rushing in 1975. His only 1,000-yard season, was a Pro Bowler that year. 74 years old, Jim Otis. Thank you for signing this 1977 Topps card. Really appreciate that. And once again, that's how you hold a football if you don't want to fumble. Jim Otis, thank you, sir. Really appreciate that. And these are some great returns today. Now, this one, I believe, is coming from Baltimore, Maryland, and I believe this is Al Bunbury. It feels a little bit thick. Hopefully Bunbury didn't try to pawn off a price list on us. Let's see what we got from Mr. Al Bunbury. Well, here's our card. Oh, our card is signed beautifully. Look at that, Al Bunbury. That's a nice signature on that 1974 Topps card. Oh, Al is 75 years old. Pretty good little leadoff hitter for the Orioles. 1973 American League Rookie of the Year. He hit .337 with 7 home runs, 34 RBIs, 11 triples, and 23 stolen bases. He was an All-Star in 1980, played 14 years. A solid career batting average of .281, 54 home runs, 254 stolen bases. A member of the 1983 World Series champion Baltimore Orioles. Al Bunbury, very nice, beautiful old card. And it says right here, if you can see that, we'll get that in focus. I don't know if we can. Anyway, it says Al's nickname is Bumblebee. All right, let me see what old Al Bumblebee sent us also. What's this so thick in here? Oh, he sent us his own little postcard. Oh, that is very nice. Look at that, Al Bunbury sending us a bonus postcard, and it's got all his stats and data on there. Very nice. Thank you, Mr. Bunbury. Let me see if he answered any questions on the note. Did you like playing for Earl Weaver? He said, he highlighted the questions and he put the answer yes. What was your favorite career moment with the Orioles? Winning the 83 World Series with a very nice smiley face. Al Bunbury, I got to thank you, sir, for not only signing the Topps card, but sending that sweet Al Bunbury postcard. Very nice. The Bumblebee. All right, we've had some great returns, haven't we? Still got 3 left. Now, this one here is coming to us from the Great Phony X, Arizona. And whoever it was from was very polite, very courteous. They said, do not bend. They wanted me to get this back in good shape. Let's see who who Politeness Man is. Let's see who that is. Oh, this is a sweet vintage card signed by Mr. Byron Brown. Look at that. That's a nice signature on there. That looks really nice on that 1968 Topps card. Old Byron Brown. How old is old Byron? Let's take a look and see. He's 80. Oh, he'll be 80 years. Excuse me, he'll be 80 years old in December. Byron Brown, beautiful. He played 8 years with 4 different clubs. Lifetime .236 hitter with 30 home runs. He hit 26 of those 30 home runs in the only 2 seasons he played more than a handful of games. In 1966 with the Cubs, He hit 243 with 16 home runs. And in 1970 with the Phillies, he hit 248 with 10 homers. Now, in that 1966 season with the Cubs, he led the National League with 143 strikeouts and only 419 at-bats. His first big league at-bat came in a game that Sandy Koufax pitched a perfect game. Oh, Byron Brown, thank you, sir. That signature looks sweet on that old 1968 Topps card. Thank you, Mr. Brown. Really appreciate it. All right, and this next one, I think I know who it's from also. Also very thick. Let's hope there's no price list. This is from Brian Propp. Almost a Hockey Hall of Famer. If the injuries hadn't gotten him, he would have been our third Hockey Hall of Famer of the day. A great player. Let's see if he signed it. What is all this stuff? Let's get the card out. Look at this. Beautiful. Look at Mr. Brian Propp signing that sweet Stadium Club card. This was a great hockey player. 63 years old. Great left wing on the Flyers. Played his rookie year on a line with Bobby Clark and Reggie Leach. You can't break in any better than that. Tremendous goal scorer. Even better goal scorer in the playoffs. Like I said, he was on his way to a Hall of Fame career until he got elbowed in the head by Chris Chelios in the '89 playoffs. He'd have concussion problems for the rest of his career, severely limiting his ice time. He still finished with 425 goals. Still holds the record for most goals in the playoffs by a player on a non-Cup Finals team. Brian Propp. Fantastic. Now let's see. What else did he send in here? There's a postcard. Oh, he's got all his stats on there. And he's got Guffaw. I don't know if you guys follow hockey, but that was the Guffaw was what Brian Propp called his goal-scoring celebration. The Guffaw, Brian Propp. Look at that. He's got all his goals, assists, points. 5-time All-Star. This is his playoff stats. Great player. What else did he send me? Make a little noise. Guffaw Cigars. I guess he's got his own brand of cigars. Look at that. GuffawCigars.com. He signed this too. Great. Check that out. Guffaw Cigars. Make a little noise. Look at that. He's got his phone number. You want to call Brian Propp and talk some hockey, there's all your info and some email there too. Sweet. Thank you, Mr. Propp. Let me see if he answered any questions on the note. He really hooked us up. Oh, he sure did. Let's see. You say? I asked him about playing at the Olympia Arena in Detroit. He said, I remember playing in the All-Star game in Detroit at the new rink. Gordie Howe played also. He must mean Joe Louis Arena. That is really cool. What did he say? And one more thing. I asked him about his great hockey memory score. I scored my first goal in my first game. Played with Bob Clark and Reggie Leach. We had the 35 unbeaten streak that year. That was a great team. Well, thank you, Mr. Brian Propp. He really hooked us up. Like I said, if he hadn't gotten elbowed in the head by Chris Chelios, he'd be in the Hall of Famer too. Great goal scorer, Brian Propp. Signed the Stadium Club card. Sent us his cigar card, a little note card with all his stats. That's a true classy guy, Brian Propp. Thank you, sir. All right, we're down to our last TTM coming to us from the Capital District. Let's see if we finally got our Joe Biden autograph. Let's see. Well, we got 2 cards back. Not Joe Biden, but probably something better. Gary D. Sarcina. And look at that sweet 1992 gold leaf rookie card. That is a sweet card. He signed his rookie card. We also got his upper deck rookie card. That's not bad. He had a nice signature. Look at that. You can tell he's practiced his signature. He's got a nice big arty signature. Gary D. Sarcina, 54 years old, signing these 2 rookie cards. He's right now the third base coach for the Washington Nationals. He played 12 years for the Angels. Lifetime .258 hitter, 28 home runs. He did make an All-Star team in 1995 when he hit a career-best .307. Gary D. Sarcina, thank you, sir, for signing your 2 1992 rookie cards. I really like that gold leaf rookie card. Sweet. Well, that's all our TTMs. Like I said, we're going to tell you now how you can win a 1989 Pro Set Barry Sanders rookie card. One of the great classic football trading cards of all time. From the greatest running back of all time, Barry Sanders. Look at this. Is one of the greatest trading cards ever produced. The Barry Sanders rookie card. Look at that. That is a sweet card. Do you want that card? Maybe you don't want it. It's all right to turn off the video now. If you do, if you'd like a chance to enter, here's what you got to do. Go down into the comments field and put a hashtag 20, hashtag 20. That's what you got to do. If you put hashtag 20 in the comments field, you're entered. If you're the only person that does, you win the card. If more than one, we'll do a random drawing on Saturday, October 22nd, 2022. So you got until 10 a.m. Saturday, October 22nd, 2022. Put in hashtag 20 if you want a chance to win this sweet Barry Sanders 1989 Pro Set rookie card. All right, people, I guess that is it. We are ready to hit the stop button on this TTM video and dump this thing into the worldwide YouTube video airfill. God willing, we'll be back later in the week with more. Until then, go back to watching the NFL and enjoy the rest of your life.